Say hi, Scout. Hey everyone, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Today I thought I'd do an EDC video. Haven't done one of these in a long time, but I figured since so much has changed over time, I might as well do a little update and hopefully someone finds it interesting. The past EDC videos you may have seen on my channel, or probably not, kind of reflected what I used to carry. Back in university when I was working in the food industry and HVAC and stuff like that, I carried a much more heavy set EDC in terms of just the size of the tools I had on me and just the pure weight that I carried around. Now it's been a little bit slimmed down day to day. I really don't use the full-size multi-tools as much anymore. But I still carry them on me every so often. But this is a lot more representative of what is usually on my person. So let's get started. I didn't take anything out of my pocket, so I'll just take them out as we go along. First off, in the back pocket at the moment are my keys. And I'm still rocking the awesome Key Smart here. I did a video on this when I first got it. I'd have to check when that was, but I think it's been maybe 8 months or so. And I've used it every single day. I really like how it keeps all my keys nice and compact. I originally had some worries that the screws might back themselves out and of course everything would just fall over the place, but that hasn't been the case. I do find I need to snug them up every so often, but besides that, as long as you keep checking them, it's not been an issue. And usually you'll tell when they're getting loose because the keys will pivot in a different manner, so it's not going to back itself out without you noticing. So that is awesome. I love the Key Smart. Great little tool for keeping your keys compact. You can see right now I have a few car keys and stuff on it, but it's definitely a lot less jumbled than what it could be with all the keys inside the Key Smart. So this is the aluminum version, and the anodization has held up really well. I don't baby my keys, you know, these get tossed around and stuff, and the wear is quite minimal for the amount of use it's seen, so that's pretty cool. The other noticeable thing, I guess, on the keys is this New Myth capsule. This is Going Gear's in-house brand. I haven't been on Going Gear's website in such a long time, but I got this years and years ago. This used to be completely black anodized, as you can tell, but it's seen so much use and pocket time, so it has some pretty good wear on it now. But this is actually just a little capsule that I hold a spare CR123 battery in for my flashlights, and that goes with me everywhere. So I like knowing that I have an extra power source for my lights, just in case they ever go out when I'm out and about. I have an extra. So those are the keys, and they work fantastic. Going on to my front left pocket here, I have my minimalistic Husk wallet. I actually got this wallet at the exact same time I got the Key Smart in the same order, so I've been rocking that ever since. Also, you can tell the elastic band has since broke, so this is actually a hairband I got from my girlfriend, and I've been rocking it with this hairband on it for probably the last 4 or 5 months. I remember the elastic broke fairly soon after I got the wallet, which was a little bit unfortunate, seeing as how that's the weak point of the entire system. But the hairband works great, and I've never had to replace that. So pretty cool wallet. In the design, it has this little tab that you can pull to easily access your cards, and it's just nice and slim. So I definitely like the design, but unfortunately the elastic being the weak part is a little bit frustrating. But if you have a hairband, it definitely can replace that. So I like the minimalistic nature of this wallet. I don't carry cash on me unless I have to, if I know I'll be using it for one reason or another, and at that point I'll usually use my titanium money clip, but I don't have that on me because I just don't have cash on me at the moment. Next up, well, you know what, we'll talk about the watch. This here is actually a very entry-level Casio. This is a watch I use when I think I might be getting some dirt on it or some gunk on it, just a watch I wear when I don't want to worry about the watch getting dirty or whatnot. This thing, I think it was like 35 bucks, so nice and cheap, keeps time really well. I mean, being a quartz movement, what's great about quartz is that they're generally very inexpensive and they keep time very well, so I have no complaints there. It's waterproof and everything. Not a dive watch, but has that kind of dive watch design to it with a big bezel and everything. So I like that. It works really well. Again, it's just a cheap entry-level watch that I wear. I'm going to the range after this video, so that's kind of why I'm wearing it right now. It's raining outside and the range is super muddy in the spring, so that watch is gonna do. Just on my belt I have my work pass, nothing special. Left front pocket again, clipped to it is my Streamlight ProTac 1L-1AA. What a name. This light is awesome though. I actually originally bought this as a weapon light, but unfortunately it didn't really work out. It's not a standard 1-inch diameter body tube like most other weapon lights. So I found mounting it to the gun with those universal mounts was just a little bit wonky and a little bit frustrating. So I decided to just use it as an EDC light, which has actually worked out fantastic. I thought the two-way pocket clip was going to be a little bit finicky at first, but I've since totally changed my mind. I love the pocket clip. Everything works really nicely. Something really cool about this light is that it's actually able to take two different power sources. So I'm currently running it with a CR123, but as the 1AA in the name suggests, it can actually take a AA battery also. So it has kind of like an adjustable floor plate in the bottom there that adjusts to whatever battery source you're putting in, which is really cool. So if I'm out and about and for some reason I don't have my spare CR123, AA's are super common, so I can pop one of those in and still have a working light until I can get home and put another CR123 in the light. So I think that's really, really cool. It also features the programmable 10-tap feature from Streamlight, which is a way to kind of program your light to the settings you want. So all in all, I think this flashlight is great and just a fantastic little light. In one of my previous videos, I showed a Pelican light and I said that was my EDC light, but I've since given that to my girlfriend who rocks that every day. So I've gone to this guy here and you can see the coating there, slight wear in it, but again, carrying this for about 8 months now. So nothing too extreme in terms of the wear. Front right pocket is usually my phone, which I am currently filming with, so I just have the case off of it here. This is a Spigen case. You can tell it's kind of worn, but I will probably replace that soon. It's just an iPhone 8 Plus. Front right pocket in the little mini pocket, if that makes any sense, like where people usually keep their lighters and stuff. First is the pen. Still rocking these Hinderer pens. I've done videos on these before. This particular one here is the smaller Investigator series, and this one is in stainless steel with the titanium flat end. I love these Hinderer pens. I carry one on me every day, and you can see there it takes Fisher Space Pen inserts, and it's just really well made. I like how kind of solid it feels. So I have two of these Investigator pens. I tend to lean towards this one, the stainless steel version, as opposed to the copper one I have, just because it's gonna sound weird, but the copper one smells bad. After you use the copper pen, the scent of the copper metal stays in your fingers for a bit, which I don't really like. So the stainless steel one is kind of the way to go. All right, so in the same pocket, I have a little mini multi-tool. This is the Leatherman Style CS. I have a Style CS and a Squirt, and those two multi-tools are kind of representative of the size of multi-tools that I like to carry on me these days. The main tool on this guy is the pair of scissors, which I tend to use quite a bit, so I like that. The scissors are great. I find myself using these scissors on multi-tools a lot more than the pliers, so the Squirt usually takes a backseat for the Style CS here, which has the nice larger pair of scissors. I think they're about 1 inch in cutting edge, so that's awesome. And lastly, the knife. I am currently rocking the Emerson CQC7K in 8CR14 MOV. I think in the review I thought it was 8CR13 MOV, but honestly it's such a similar steel it doesn't really matter. But again, going to the range, so this is kind of my beater knife. I just sharpened this up so it's nice and ready to go. This is my harder used knife because I tend to pry out staples with it out of the target boards and stuff. If I want to keep a target, I'll just pry out the staples with this. So Not exactly what a knife is designed for, and I've nicked up the front of the blade from doing that, but it's so easy to touch up being a softer steel. I really like this knife for that. Another knife I have on me just for representation of something a little bit more high-end that I usually carry day to day is of course my ZT 562 with the Hinderer design. I love this knife. It's just such an awesome knife. This is usually what I go to day to day for carry, but the fact that I know I'm gonna go to the range and I might be prying out some staples, I might as well do it with a more affordable knife than the ZT here. So that's basically it, my slimmed down EDC video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You might have learned something. If you have any questions or comments, of course you can leave that down below. But for now, that's it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.